On the morning of January 19, 1735, a poor Irish immigrant who had come to Georgia as an indentured servant was led to the gallows in Savannah's Wright Square. She had been found guilty of the colony's first documented murder. Let's talk about the ghost of Alice Riley. Wright Square is a busy place during the day, with people rushing to and from court, shopping at the boutiques, and eating at nearby restaurants. At night, it becomes a place of ghost stories. Tour guides gather curious listeners to hear the stories of Tomochichi's disturbed grave, the haunted pharmacy, and how a woman in white is sometimes seen walking through the square calling for her baby. That woman in white is Alice Riley. Alice, like many other Irish Catholics in the 1700s, had two options: remain in poverty in Ireland or find her way to the American colonies in hopes of a better life. Since she couldn't afford the boat fare, 15-year-old Alice signed on as an indentured servant. Slavery wasn't yet legal here in Savannah, so indentured servants became an easy way to get laborers. Unlike enslaved people, though, there was a light at the end of the tunnel for indentured servants. Yes, they worked hard, with few legal protections, but their contracts were usually only 4 to 7 years. After that, they were afforded full freedom. When Alice arrived in Savannah, she was assigned to a farm on nearby Hutchinson Island. It was owned by a man named William Wise. Now, documentation back in 1730 Savannah wasn't what it is today. Many of the facts going forward were documented in letters to and from court officials and city leaders. According to most accounts, William Wise was a bit of a sleazeball. He allegedly brought a woman with him on the ship to Georgia, claiming she was his wife or daughter, only for it to be revealed that she was actually a prostitute. I'm always left with the impression that William would have been that gross dude at the gym who secretly records women. After Alice started working for William, she's said to have endured all sorts of abuse. Some believe she was also sexually assaulted by him. Whether because of physical sickness or just plain laziness, Alice had to bathe him with the help of another Irish Catholic indentured servant named Richard White. One day, William was found dead in his tub, and Alice and Richard were missing. When the two were finally caught, they were put on trial for William's murder. Alice and Richard would claim their innocence. Some accounts say that Alice confessed that the murder was actually Richard's idea and that he forced her to help him. Others claim the two were in love and plotted to kill William in order to run away. Still others believe that Alice was completely innocent and was framed either by Richard or someone else. It doesn't help that there was a heavy anti-Catholic sentiment in the colony due to Spanish forces in nearby St. Augustine. Regardless of who actually killed William, both Alice and Richard were found guilty and sentenced to hang. Richard died on the gallows in Wright Square, but before Alice could be executed, she told authorities she was pregnant. She sat in jail for 8 months until she gave birth to a little boy. Then she was led to the hangman's noose just hours later. Sadly, her baby also died soon after his mother. Both Alice and her baby were believed to have been buried in a nearby plot of land where 9 West York Street now stands. One of my favorite legends to come out of this story is the Cursed Square. The legend states that just before she was hanged, Alice cursed Wright Square that no Spanish moss would ever grow on the trees there. Sounds like a weird curse, but if you walk through the square today, you'll notice that there is no Spanish moss on the trees. Of course, there's actually a scientific reason for that. Spanish moss is an air plant. The seeds are carried either by the wind or by birds. Many of the buildings around Wright Square are too tall to allow for seeds to be brought in by the wind. So what about the tale of the woman in white? There are people who swear up and down that they've seen a woman in white colonial era dress standing with a tourist group only to have her disappear the next moment. There's claims that police have even been called to investigate after people hear a woman crying for her lost baby. Alice Riley may be gone, but her legend continues through ghost stories, true crime podcasts, and even an opera. So the next time you walk through Wright Square, maybe whisper a prayer for Alice and her baby, that they both find the peace they never had in life.